Randall Hughes with GodGlorified.com, and I just want to share what I believe is a simple biblical explanation about who God is. We begin to read in Genesis chapter 1. It says, "In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters." And so we're introduced in the second verse to God as Spirit. That is his substance. And for the next 4,000 years of the written history of mankind, he's spoken of as Father, from Deuteronomy 32:6 all the way to Malachi chapter 2, verse 10. And he's spoken of as Spirit some 80 times in the Old Testament. There's some 17 times he's called Father. And yet he was deemed as absolutely one. Father was a relationship, not a separate person of the one God of the Jews. Shema Yisrael, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad, the Shema of Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And then in the New Testament, God becomes flesh and reveals himself in flesh as the man Jesus Christ, who was God incarnate, the Messiah of the Jews. He was all the fullness of the Godhead dwelling in bodily form, Colossians 2 and 9. And so I think it's very simple that God is Spirit. And in the New Testament, the man Jesus Christ is representing a visible form of the invisible Spirit. And so it's the Holy Ghost, it's the Spirit that causes the conception. And that creates a father-son relationship between the man, the Son, and the Spirit. And then on the day of Pentecost, after Jesus' ascension, he said, I have to go away to send the Spirit. And then the Spirit is poured out. And now that is Christ in you, the hope of glory. It's that same one Spirit that was from the beginning. And now it is living inside of those that are filled with his Spirit. And that did not change the numerical essence of God. The day of Pentecost, 120 were initially filled, and then another 3,000 before the day was over. That did not change the numerical essence of God, in spite of there being over 120 people with his Spirit living inside of them. And today there's been millions, if not billions, through history that have been filled with his Spirit. And his numbers has not changed. There's no more Spirit or less Spirit of God. And one day we will see the one sitting on the throne, and that will be Jesus Christ. God bless you.